Okay guys, welcome to episode 7. Refuin Shaman, I'm back at it again. I'm sure you'll notice that in the last week I didn't upload anything, and that's all because of the energy was just not right at the time. I'm sure some of you guys who are into trading, you've been hearing about the recent sagas. They have been really crazy times, very crazy times. I mean, I think you guys have seen, those who've been connected, you've seen that the energy was just not in the right place. I couldn't make any videos because of one thing about me is that I did say that when I'm making the videos, I need a lot of inspiration and I need to be really connected with the spirit, with the self. But now when I'm disconnected because of hearing negative stuff, that's hectic. I'm sure you guys also heard about this because I think we saw almost 2 people dying. The other one really survived, my friend. That one, the other one I didn't really know him very well. So the other one was hijacked. The other one was just shot. So it's just crazy stuff. I think now it proves that what I'm teaching right now, each and every single thing that I'm teaching right now, it's very relevant. Every single thing that I'm teaching you guys right now, it's very relevant to the current situations that is happening. If you can see that recently I came out, I said I want us to start dealing with the raising vibration. I want us to start moving forward, being connected with the spiritual self. I said don't wait up until you go through something. Don't wait up until you go through something that can challenge you, going through a forced awakening. Don't wait up until that. It's for me, I feel like it's very unnecessary for people to go through such things. I mean, it's very sad. And some people who survive, I think it's their turn, it's their chance now to really look deeper into life and say, I'm achieving all these things, okay, I can see what's happening, but what's going on? Why am I experiencing such things in life? So because of the thing is right now, I said the age that we are in right now, it is forcing people, whether they like it or not. Let me tell you something you don't know now. The age that we are in right now and the one that we are slowly moving towards. The one that we're in is called the age of Pisces, which is also an age of illusion, age of lies, age of deception. We are moving slowly since 2012 into the age of Aquarius. We are not fully deep in the age of Aquarius yet. We are still having the age of Pisces elements that are moving out, going out. So the age of Aquarius now is the age that has always been prophesied by seers of all kinds in past times. They've always spoken about this age where there'll only be a few people left. It's the age that talks about many were called, but what few were chosen. So when are they chosen, that few? It is in this age now. So in other words, what is going on right now in the earth is a purification process, an automated purification process that is not started by men. That has long been designed ages ago. So we are going through that right now. So people have 2 options right now. It's either they consciously purify themselves or face a very forced fate. And the forced fate can end in both ways. So I was aware of this the coming of this age very long ago. And I'm not alone. Many people have been aware of this coming age very long ago. They were always told about this age, that there's an age that is coming here. And this age, it is in this age where it is a so-called now. I will say so-called, but because of, I think I'll tell you something that you also don't know. How we need to view scriptures or texts, ancient texts that talk about wisdom. I'm talking about the Bibles, I'm talking about the Bhagavad Gita, I'm talking about the Quran, I'm talking about the Puranas, the Vedic texts, all the ancient texts. I feel like all of them, they gave away the secrets of life. They gave away all the wisdoms. But men were not able to correctly decipher how they were written and how they were supposed to be understood. Are you getting what I'm saying? In other words, what I'm saying is that within the Bible itself, we've got 2 things. We've got literal explanations and we've also got symbolical explanations. So in other words, we need to also approach the books, ancient books, in a form of allegory. We need to understand that ancient times, because of those times, the messages that were taught at that time, they were very conducive for that period. But for the modern times, we might be lost in translation and end up telling people things that don't exist. Maybe you're not getting me. I'm saying that the current way of understanding scripture and so many other texts has somewhere a fault, because of we want to understand every single passage as a literal explanation of things. For example, there was a trip that happened, and then they moved from this place to this place in a span of 9 days, or in a span of like this, and you're like thinking that it's like that. No, those are symbolicals, those are allegories. So we need to understand the deeper meaning behind the words, the logos. So now, and I believe that when you understand the spiritual side of things and you have a spiritual eye awakened, you are able to read the text in a very different way. So in other words, you can hold the Bible, I can hold the Bible, you can hold the Bhagavad Gita or the Quran or the Puranas, the ancient texts, the texts that have been there for many years, and you read and I read, and we'll have a different understanding of those passages. Same words, same everything, because another one has a spiritually awakened eye. He understands that when they talk about something like this is exactly what is being taught. So episode 7 is a very dangerous episode because we are talking about the number 7. The number 7 is the most repeated number in the Bible. It's the most well-known number spiritually. What is going on with this number 7? 7 days in a week. No, this 7, episode 7 is very, very powerful. And I said to myself, you know what, when we talk about episode 7, I said to you guys, the more we go higher with the episodes, the more it's going to get more and more nasty for the evil, very tricky for the haters. Because of now, remember now, as we go, the way I understand and how am I supposed to reveal this information to you is that I understand the level of your knowledge. I'm not going to just give you information at the high level like boom. No, I'm taking you from episode to episode, episode to episode. But the higher the episode, just like gears on a car, we increase the speed now. We increase the speed. So you need to catch up. You need to catch up. Somehow, you need to also catch up. And you need to be very, very serious. Some of you, I'm going to lose you in the journey. You'll be like, no, this is where I stop now. This is the end. I'm out. Some of you will want to jump in. So we're going to get 2 people right now. So we need to really, really catch up. This is a very important time for us to catch up. So guys, let us be very, 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 very careful going forward when it comes to understanding scripture and understanding what we call the holy texts and everything, because of many people have fell into the trap of understanding messages that were not supposed to be understood figuratively or literally. They understood them in the way as they are written, only to find that they have a deeper meaning. They are double words. So we need to be able to decipher what was being spoken here. Because at that time, remember guys, I spoke to you, I said, we've got 2 forces here. We've got the evil force and we've also got a very good force. When the evil force was rising at one stage, there was a period in time in the world called the Inquisition. I don't know if you know about it. The Inquisition was a period in time, it was an era. It lasted for many years, the Inquisition. During the Inquisition, that we had people who wanted to gain power by force. And these people, when they gain power by force, they understood that the only way that they can gain power by force is to disconnect the human mind or the mind of the man spiritually. So they knew that they have to take away the spiritual power of the man, and then they are able to take over. It was not going to be easy for the evil forces to create secret societies, to create things and the governments and oppress people and create slavery and all these things. These things were not going to be possible. Oppression was not going to be possible. This thing that we're caring about today of land, we're looking for land has been stolen, all these things. Every system of oppression was not going to be possible on the man if man was spiritually powerful. So the first step to obliterate, or when I say obliterate, to destroy the man as we know him, to take over, to control the man, is to disconnect them from the spiritual source. And once the man is disconnected from the spiritual source, once they cannot get inspiration directly from the source, what happens is that they are ruled now by man. Man replaces God, and God steps aside. Hey, I don't know if I'm going somewhere here. I hear him. So I'm saying to you that probably when you go deeper, you'll understand that there are some people who had nefarious agendas, who had very, very, very bad ideas that wanted to oppress men, to control men, to create slavery of men, to use the spirit of men for their own. And they partially succeeded, by the way. Let me go a little bit back. No. The Inquisition is an era, it's a period of time where there was a group of guys led by the emperors of those times, the presidents, the governors of those times. A group of people combined, group of men, powerful men, spiritually aware men. By the way, the enemy is not stupid, by the way. It's not a stupid, it's not a, it's super smart. It might actually, you are resting, they don't rest. The enemy is always fighting, it's always awake, and it's always busy. It's not like they don't know about these videos. They are aware of these videos. They are aware of any threat in the system. They've got alerts, they've got triggers, spiritual triggers that if there's something like this, if they start to see light happening, I'll tell you something that you don't know. Awaken, the more these people, they say, okay, no, we'll come back there because of, and it's gonna be, it might be tough. But in a nutshell, the era called the Inquisition is a period of time where human beings were very advanced. They were very smart, spiritually smart. They had governments. They were controlling their own people in the right way. They were leading people in the right way. Everything was moving perfectly. Everyone was going all okay. Everything was 100%. But that period, what happened with it is that now human beings, with their nature, they have a fault. They have a weakness in the soul. And that weakness is greed. There are some who wanted more power. There are some who wanted to take over. There are some who felt like this is not enough. So they are the ones who decided to go on a rampage of killing. What do you know as the witch hunts? Those were just ways because they needed to also have legal ways or legal justifications of actions. So they were saying that they're going on a witch hunt. You saw anyone who was against their system, anyone who was against their belief, anyone who was against what they were preaching, propaganda, what they were pushing, they were killing them. They were killing them. They were killing them. They were killing them. Even places where people used to go and meet, read books together, where people used to go and meditate, pray together, meet together, push agendas together. They went to those places, they destroyed those buildings, they destroyed temples, they destroyed everything. So it is an era that happened even twice, if not 3 times. So that Inquisition period was crazy, where people were dying. Anyone who was talking about raising vibration, that one they sent out people. Go, there's someone called Refuin. So what happened now in this way is that many people started to become in hiding. They started to hide now. Many knowledgeable people, for the reason that today many wise people don't talk, is because of the scars that are there in the slaves, in the soul. Remember, guys, something that you don't know. Each and every single thing that has happened in the past of negativity to the mankind in the 1700s, 1600s, 1500s, 1400s, 1300s, it's us. It's you. You were there. You are the one who was tormented. Some of you were the instigators. So it's us. It's not someone else. It's not someone like that you don't know that there was someone called this. It's you in a different form coming back again. So the scars carry over in the soul. So we end up becoming trapped in a cycle of illusion now, coming back on earth for one and the same purpose, dealing with one thing. So the soul keeps on coming back. The soul keeps on coming back. The soul keeps on coming back. Same person, same soul, different image, different looks. So we are talking about one thing here. We are not talking about someone that is different. Our oppressors are still the same. It is not them right now. Some of them don't even know anything right now because it's their fathers, their grandfathers, their great-grandfathers. But they still have the similar ideas. The bloodline, the energy, it is the same people exactly. They are still alive till today, just in different ways now. So the Inquisition period was a very, very dangerous one where people died and there was a lot of massacre. A lot of blood was spilled on the floor because of spiritual liberation. Then what happened is that because of the death of these people, what happened is that a group of people who were smart, because you cannot kill everyone, and they were realizing that, you know what, we keep on killing everyone, we keep on killing this, but they keep on coming generation after generation. They come back even worse and more strong. They come back more powerful. They come back more powerful. Because of the thing about killing someone or killing something, you think you killed it, is done. When it comes back, that thing comes back more powerful, more strong. So they realize that the thing of killing does not work anymore. Let us start to do what? Let us start to infiltrate organizations. Let us start to befriend these people like the refuins of that time. Let us start to befriend people who are smart, befriend people who have spiritual power, and let us become closer to them and infiltrate their text from within now. So you have a friend now, someone talking to you now, say, how are you, man? It's exactly what is happening until today. What they're doing with secret societies. They approach you, how are you, man? How are you doing? Hey, man, you look so smart, man. Hey, wow, how long in the business? You mean of what? Business of what? Forex or what? No, I mean spirituality, man. I like your things. No, me, I've been in spirituality since 2008. Yeah, man, you are powerful, man. We need to hang out, man. We need to go deeper, man. We need to go deeper, And as if it's a friendly conversation a week later, 2 weeks later, man, you know what, man, we need to meet, man. I've got a conference happening in this country, man. You must come and everything. You start to befriend the person, and giving them your knowledge, Before you know it, they already infiltrated the organization. If you have an organization, many gurus, many prophets, many people who were ahead of time, till today, they are falling victims of infiltration. Because of these people are as I said, the enemy is very smart. They also know the psychological weaknesses in a human being. So they understand that you're a human being. If you persist enough and press certain buttons enough, it's going to give in. So they can send a girl, they can send something, they can come with a suggestion, man. Let's cut the corner, man. You know what? Come on, man. There's a deal of $1 million, man. You know what? Don't worry about signing these forms. Just do it. Only to find yourself that you find yourself in trouble. They were trapping you. It's a trap. So that what happens, you can quickly be defamed. And when you are going through defamation of character, no one wants to listen to you anymore. They're done with it. That is what is called a character assassination. So they're no more killing people now with murder directly, people die. They are putting them through traps and trials and tribulations that make them very useless to teach. So guys, let's go on episode 7. As I talked to you, as I told you, that episode 7 is going to be a hot one. Episode 7, it talks about spiritual power, state of awareness. So let's run the intro. Shaya power. Hey. Okay guys, let's go forward now. I think it's about time. So episode 7 is a very powerful episode. I would like to repeat again. And I really want you to really benefit from this episode. 9 years ago, I was with my mentee. I was with my student. Remember, I was only 17 years old, 9 years ago, 2012. I was 17 years old. But already, I had students. So I was having I will just show you guys on the screen there. I saw a memory on Facebook. And then it's very, very powerful. Let me just quickly read it out. It's on Facebook there. It's a memory. Shockingly, it's around the same time. It says, having a profound moment, teaching my mentee the correct way to meditate. It is now clear that we have attained the state of awareness needed to flourish. Hey. It is now clear that we have attained what? The state of awareness needed to flourish. That is what I said 9 years ago. Ask yourself, what was this state of awareness that I was going through, and what did I realize? I said I was teaching him the correct way to, but because many people they learn how to meditate, but they don't really know what is meditation. They don't even know how does it work. Just like many people don't know there's a correct way also to pray, but the people don't know this kind of things because of, as I spoke about infiltration, how things were changed from the inside the system. People started to learn things that are not existent anymore. So I was showing the guy on how to meditate properly, and as I was teaching him, I went through specifically a change in my psyche. I went through something. As I was teaching him, I went through something. So, and then I made a post on Facebook. I said, it is now clear that we have attained the state of awareness needed to flourish. So meaning needed to flourish in anything. And indeed, it didn't take long for me to flourish in any single thing that I want in my life. Every single thing. There's nothing I cannot achieve if I can put my mind to it. Unless I allow myself to become weak spiritually or, become infiltrated. Like I have seen in the past with my business projects, I've seen infiltration. That infiltration does exist, where people are sent to come and destroy so that my image can be destroyed. And no one wants to listen. So there are people who already see ahead that this guy is going to come out one day teaching things. So let us already start working ahead of him. So, and then when the time you start to tell people that, hey, this is a secret, that's a secret of what, your black self, you're a scam. So you see, that's how it's designed. So I said, we have attained the state of awareness. So guys, today I want us to talk about the state of awareness. Episode 7 is all about the state of awareness. There is a state of awareness that I want you to operate in so that you can connect with God as you know Him. Are you hearing me? I don't want to become a mediator. I don't want to become an intercessor. I don't want to pray for you. I don't want to become a middleman where people say, hey, you look like you're closer to God. Hey, no. I want you to go out there and experience the Spirit yourself. Experience the divine yourself. Experience bliss yourself. not through me. No. Me, I'm just I'm just switching on. I'm spiking something inside of you. You have to go on the journey on your own. So soon enough, as we go with the episodes, as you see today's episode 7, soon enough, I'm going to say to you, we are done with the episodes. We are done with the series now. It's all on you now. I've activated you. It's up to you if you want to continue, if you want to stop. But tomorrow, when you are asked that you were shown a direction, why didn't you follow up, or what did you do about it? You'll be the one who will answer. Because of me, I did my part. So there's a state of awareness that I want you to operate in that is higher than the one that you're in right now. Because the one that you're in right now, it is good because at least it allows you to learn. But there's a lower one that you are in right now where people are not even allowed to learn, where people cannot even be led to this video. In other words, I'm saying to you that you need to understand that in as much as you are watching this video, you have accepted a new reality in yourself. For you to watch this video, it means that at least you still have an amount of grace that you are allowed to achieve certain goals. So there are some people who will not even be allowed to see it. Some people will not have the awareness, their reality. But that's very, very advanced for you. But you'll understand that each and every single thing that we experience in life, we experience it because we are allowed to experience it, and it's time for us to experience it. So it's up to you now. Are you going to go deeper, or you're going to say this is not for me right now? And we never know when can that time come. But I'm telling you one thing right now, what is happening right now on earth as a whole. Recent past, as I told you, that I couldn't even do the videos because of, I was like, no, I couldn't. The things that were happening was sad. Whoa, that's sad. Social media was buzzing. Till today, still buzzing with negative news. People died, people were killed. It's sad stuff. Sad stuff. All those things are because of a spiritual disconnection. All of these things. So I want you to operate on your own and connect with the divine on your own, connect with the gods on your own, connect, with your spirit guide, because each and every single person is born with a guide. But you don't even know that you are born with a guide. You thought that you came alone here, you are alone, and you are suffering, and people, some of them are succeeding. Oh, you're not going where you want to go. What's happening in life? What's happening? Because of what? You are disconnected spiritually. So I want us to start looking and approaching texts, everything that we read, ancient texts like the Bible and everything, in a sense of a spiritual understanding, and understand the deeper ways that are being taught there. And why, as I said, during the Inquisition, when people were dying, the ideas that came from the gurus and the wise people at the time, they said to themselves, you know what, because people are being killed, because we are dying in numbers, let us devise new ways to teach. So that is how the style of allegories came, the style of teaching with double meanings. Till today, one thing I know, even myself as a seer and everything, messages, they come in symbolism. It's very rare that messages can come directly. They come in symbolism. They come through symbols. You need to interpret these symbols. So even that ancient text, what is written, it is through symbolism as well. We need to understand that we need to apply logical mind and not be naive in approaching things, and ask ourselves, what is the symbolical explanation of this? So I want to take you to the book of Revelation, where we talk about now the 7 seals, where it talks about the 7 seals. And when I said to you that I discovered that there's a state of awareness that we have attained so much that it allows us to flourish in everything, that is when I understood the concept of the 7 seals, and understood that as a human being right now like this, human beings are unaware that they have every single power inside of them. In other words, human beings, if they can go to this passage that says, let us create, I want to highlight something, let us create men in our own image and in our likeness, and let them have the power and dominion over animals, it's done. It's done. The power is there. It's done. Let us create men in our own image and likeness. That likeness is done. It's done. It gives us the abilities, the capabilities, the characteristics of the God as we know Him. So, in other words, that we have the godly powers within us. He's done. It's done. I don't even think they were supposed to continue from there. They were done. They told us that you guys are done. You've got everything within you. But I'm also going to highlight something there. But as we go deeper, that's going to be in the next episodes. We're going to talk about let us Let us, this us, I want us to highlight it and talk about it. And who is this us? What happened to this us? And who are these other guys? What happened with them? Because I have a different revelation with that us. My revelation was some of you are going to get very angry, but it's fine. And I'll tell you what is happening with the us there. With the us. Where are these us? Okay, we will go deeper there. It's fine. We'll go deeper there. So, guys, I want us to talk about the 7 most powerful energy centers in the human body. So these are called, they are sealed. They are sealed. These energy centers are inside of us, but they are sealed. They've been closed. When there was a lot of struggle between, when there was a lot of fights, there's been so many wars, heavenly wars and spiritual wars that have taken place, so much that human beings were affected by these wars. And inside of us, we lost that power, as I told you. That is why we were able to be defeated by the enemy. Partially, they succeeded, where we saw them being able to kill and everything. So because of now, there's somewhere where we went through a lot of pain and sometime almost the evil almost took over. I don't want to lie to you. That one we need to just be clear and start to be honest about it. Evil almost took over, but for us today to be able to talk like this, that means we are back in action. So we went through a lot, and when we go through a lot, we lost a lot of capabilities inside of us that could we lost a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom that could help us to protect us from evil, from attacking us. So there are 7 systems I want to talk about, 7 energy centers I want us to talk about, and then you will see that I spend a lot of time also in India. But remember that before I even went to India, before I started traveling to go to India and other places, already you will see 2012, I didn't have so much money for me to go to India and everything. 2010, 2008, 2009, I didn't have so much. So I didn't even have anything at one time. So, but only now that I'm able to go deeper and start to research on the things that I was shown. So meaning most of the knowledge that I have was shown to me. Now I'm only going through to those places that I was shown that there's a place like this, the Himalayas, there's a place like this, Pune, go to Mahashastra, go to Mumbai, go to East Patel Nagar, go to these places, and when I go there, I'm starting to see that these are things that I've always been knowing about. Now they are confirmed now from an outside source, and I started to understand from a very young age that we have got these energy centers inside of us that have been sealed, that have been closed, that have to be open. And once they are open, once they are operating, you don't need anyone else outside of you now. You are done. Because of you will have a direct connection with the source. Remember I said to you, all the issues of earth, all the problems of man are caused by what? The disconnection with the source. So they bring a connection with the source. So let's talk about them now. The 7 chakras. There is something called a chakra. I don't know if you know about it. A chakra. A chakra is a vortex of energy that are inside of our body. The human body has 7 major chakras. Underline the word major. Not 7 chakras, but major chakras inside the body, running through the spine. Each and every single human being has these chakras. And these chakras, it is of my understanding and my knowledge and my discovery and also my revelation, confirmed by many others, that human beings they have these chakras, but they're closed. They're not operating. They're not working for them. They are working even against some of them. So these chakras are the godly powers that we have inside of us, the divine that lives inside of us. Once these chakras are open, then the divine can wake up. I don't know. Once these chakras are open, then the divine wakes up. And when the divine wakes up, no one can tell us anything. We are done. The more we have people waking up this divine inside of them, the more we will see so many miracles happening on earth. Because each and every single person, when they wake up the divine that is inside of them, they will be operating with different dimensions. Different types of abilities will start to wake up. Dormant, latent abilities will start to wake up. You start to realize that you can draw. You did not know that you're an artist. You start playing piano, people will be playing. Someone will be playing trap, another will be playing violin, another will be good in soccer. Another will be so people will have abilities and talents that wake up inside of them, that are tapped inside of them. So now you understand that right now you're operating on 5% of your power, but you can operate at a higher level. So opening the chakras, it's in your advantage. So we have the 7 chakras. Let me start to tell you about the 7 chakras. Now, the first chakra is the base chakra. The second chakra is the sacral chakra. The third chakra is the solar chakra. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra. The sixth chakra is the ajna, or the third eye, the most important, not really the most important, I'll tell you what is the most important actually, chakra. The seventh chakra is the crown chakra. Hey, are you hearing me? So these chakras are very important because of now, each and every chakra, once it's open, once it's operating, it's awake, it starts to work for you. These chakras are actually the God living inside of us. They are the houses of the gods inside of us. So they open realms of angelic beings and God as we know inside of us. The higher the chakras, the more the divine realms we start to access and we start to having an idea of. Some people are born with more than one chakra open. Some people are born with all the chakras open. Some people are born with no chakra open. So, but it's possible for you to open the chakra. I'm sure you have heard about the third eye. That one is very, very overly, used. But the other chakra that you need to be aware of is also the solar chakra here. I told you here. So the solar plexus is the most important chakra because it is the one that creates, that makes a person a millionaire. It's the one that makes a person very rich in life. So all the chakras have different functions. They've got spiritual functions and they also got material functions. They help us in the spiritual sense of things. They also help us in the material side of things. So if one or one of these chakras are blocked or they're not open, they manifest outside of us in terms of problems. They manifest problems outside of us because of what they are blocked. So when they are open, these chakras, we are able to live a life of freedom. These are the 7 seals, the true key of the 7 seals. So these seals, once they're open, all of them, the 7th seal, the heaven chakra here, the crown chakra, once it's open, we experience immediate bliss. That is what I experienced when I said we have attained the state of awareness that we need to flourish. That's when I reached that level. So we need to understand the circuit. The whole human body is a bioelectricity. It's a circuit. It's electricity. We are all electricity. So we need to know where to press to switch on the lights inside of us. So now we start to understand again that not only are the chakras very important, but also they are also, remember guys, okay, let me just make an example right now. I'm sure if you can check on your side there, I'm sure each and every single human being that is alive watching this video has all of this, something called veins. I'm sure you've got veins, right? Veins in your body. I'm sure you also got organs. organs. I'm talking about your livers, intestines, your heart, bladder, whatever, These are your organs, right? So each and every human being has these things. It's nothing new. Each and every human being has these things. In as much as we got these physical things like the veins and the organs, we also have the spiritual counterparts. So in the space of the organs, like the stomach, all these things, now is the chakras on the space, on that space. And imagine one thing, that with your physical organs, that you can open up the body and see if someone, we can really do a post-mortem, we can see these things that exist and physical with the naked eye. If these things are blocked, what happens? Constipation. If these things, heartburn, what is a blockage of these things, So that is why we drink things, medicine and everything to unblock, and so same thing in the spiritual sense. The dangerous part about the spiritual ones, the spiritual organs, I call them the spiritual organs, like the veins, the spiritual veins, like they are called the nadis. These are spiritual veins. There are veins like this that run blood, but those ones, they run energy. So if they are blocked, the dangerous part about them is the ones that cause immature death. And immature death manifests outside of us through any form. You can die in any way, or you can go through so much problems in your life that you do not know how to stop it. Because of what? You don't understand that inside of you, you are blocked. You've got energy systems that are supposed to work for you, but they are working against you. So in other words, when they're open and they're purified, each and every single thing that you want to achieve will be achieved, because of now you are awake. You will not be operating from 5%. You will be operating at a higher level. You will be operating at a higher level. So I'm going to go through now and show you how to open the chakras, and then we'll move out from this one, and then you guys will give me results and tell me what you think. So let's go for it.